Welcome to this video where I'm going to be doing Reaper 5 Lords of Dust with my guildies. There's going to be 6 of us, and I didn't have time to record an intro before we did it because we were all together. I didn't want to make them wait. So I thought I'd do the intro at the end, and I'll just put it at the beginning of the video. And I really wanted to do an intro because I've been doing a lot of group videos lately, so I haven't been able to talk about things just one-on-one to the video to you guys. And talk about my gear and stuff. So level 16, I'm about to take 17 actually right after this. And I'm just having so much fun with these Reapers. They're just a blast. And mostly doing like Reaper 3 and 4 with the group, maybe sometimes like 2 or 3 if it's just a couple of us. Some choice quests, Reaper 1, like, we didn't want Paytas to die at the end of Ritual Sacrifice, so we just did that one on Reaper 1, stuff like that. But just having so much fun working together as a group, and it's a real nice challenge. So let's take a look at where things are. I've made some adjustments to my build post. I've made sure to get, maximize and empower right away. Also shifted quicken spell to earlier in the feat list too, because I was losing spells. These mobs hit hard in Reaper mode, and I can't afford to lose spells. And the spells have been more important than ever. Like before in heroics, before Reaper mode, I was just bursting everything, and that was, even in epics a lot of times just bursting. Not even using like tentacles and sleet storm really that much. But now I'm using tentacles all the time. It's a huge help in Reaper. I'm using sleet storm when the party's got freedom of movement. Was using charm monster or charm person early on. That was really awesome. I can't wait to bring a charmer into Reapers. I think they're going to be really, really effective. So here's my enhancements. I'm pretty far along. Normally at this point I wouldn't have made healing amp a priority, but with the big healing penalties in Reaper, it's more important. Other than that, I think the progression is pretty... Yeah, this is where I would pretty much otherwise be. Really wanted to get Death Ward from tier 4 and 8. And so the only other investments here is, I'll be getting the 2 points of Constitution here. And then I'm going to go for the tree here. And can't really talk about specifics, but there might be some exciting changes to like the Drow tree coming up. I don't know when, but I'm interested to see. Okay, let's look at the Reaper stuff. So I'm up to 9 points, pretty awesome. And so I got 2 points of con. One of the things I found interesting, and I kind of suspect that maybe they'll change this because I don't really feel like it makes a lot of sense. So here you have, and I'm choosing like the Grim Barricade line because I want to be survivable. I'd mentioned before in an earlier video, like I don't feel like having 12 more universal spell power at this point is going to do jack for me, and I certainly don't need the spell points. I want to be survivable. And after all, this is a tank build. But once you pick PRR here, and you can pick PRR or MRR, it locks that choice in for the next tier. And I would have thought that you would have been able to pick whatever you want. Like if I chose PRR here, I could be able to maybe pick MRR at the next one. There are other things like that in other trees, so it stands to reason. Maybe they didn't intend for it to be. Who knows? Maybe they'll change it. Whatever. It's not a big deal. But I was considering going maybe like PRR here and then doing MRR here and then just sort of alternating on the way up. The core enhancements. Now, here's something interesting. I don't remember if I mentioned this in an earlier video. So every enhancement in here, including this tier 1 and 8, it says while in Reaper mode. When you go to tier 2 and beyond, it doesn't say while in Reaper mode, and I tested it, and this +1 to saving throws and +20 maximum hit points is working all the time. I tested it. And it doesn't say while in Reaper mode for the next one, so I'm wondering if maybe it is working as intended. I don't really know. I suspect not, but it might be working as intended because, like I said, it doesn't say while in Reaper mode here, but it does for everything else, including tier 1. So maybe they just thought, hey, You know, they can have those innate ones. We'll see. I won't complain. We'll take a look at the gear. Oops. Let's take a look at the gear. I still got those electrical absorption goggles. There wasn't anything else I was dying for to put there. You know, I could add my smoke goggles, but you know, I don't really need those. I can just cast blur. I do have a crafted breastplate, and this, I don't know if I showed this in a video before. I know I was using this for a previous life. I just had it left over, but it's got heal amp, it's got vitality 25, so insightful balance, it's useful stuff. I don't have anything in the slot. So this is something I've been using in previous videos. Parrying 3, resistance 6, con 8, slotted with feather falling. Radiance lore 14, sheltering 19, insightful physical sheltering 9, slotted with the sapphire good luck 1. Kundrock delving boots for all on freedom of movement, love it. So I've got, this is going to actually change to the dashing gloves right now, as soon as I level, right after this. So this is what's going to be there, but this is a level 17 item. But starting at 15, this is insightful resonance 47, intimidate 16, perform 16, and the empty yellow slot. So I'll have my sonic spell power and sonic lore on the gloves, so that means I can get rid of the blasting chime, and instead I'll be replacing that with the empowered dragon scale as soon as I take 17. So here we've got fear immunity slotted in the green slot, dex 8, charisma 8, nothing in the extra slot. I need to take a look to see if there's something I can put there. This is the mineral 2 green steel heroic green steel belt. It's plus 45 hit points. It's got protection 5, heavy fortification, and con skills are, are more valuable than ever because of you wanting to maintain concentration while trying to cast spells. Even when you have quicken, throwing heal scrolls and raise scrolls aren't going to be affected by quicken. Scrolls aren't affected by quicken, so this will help to not lose those. Night Singer's Mantle. This is a really nice cloak if you are a caster doing sonic damage. It's got Perform 13, Perform affects sonic spell power. Blindness immunity is nice. The Night Singer's kind of neat. It 5% chance on sonic spell hit. Target is blinded for 6 seconds. Slot up with strength plus 4. That may be redundant. I guess not. Blasting Chime. So this is an old version, which I had applied Masterful Craftsmanship to it. You can't do that anymore, but this is the level 15 version. You used to be able to apply Masterful Craftsmanship to it to lower the minimum level by 2, which I had. So I'm just going to leave it like it is. I like to have this at 13. You know, it's got Evocation Focus 2, Sonic Lore 15%, and Resonance 90. Although I probably should look, because I can actually take this and upgrade it to the tier 2 of the new version. I can't for free change it to the tier 1 version of the new version, but if I actually pay to upgrade it, it will become the tier 2 version of the new version. Oh, actually, this is tier 3 already, which is why it was craftable, so no, I could not convert. There's no way to convert this to the new one, which is fine. I'm totally fine with that. I only use that for 13 and 14. Well, 13 through 16, and then I use the gloves at 17 anyways. Okay, so here we got spell saves 5, charisma 6. That charisma is redundant, but this was a level 10 item I was wearing, so it wasn't anything else I wanted to put there. So this is a stand-in. Plus 5 spell saves is, that's nice, but it's going to be a stand-in until I get my Vim and Vigor at level 18. And then I've got the Concordant Opposition Helmet. So this is an item that I don't think I was using previously when I was doing the Warlock, but I wanted to use it this life because the charisma skills were nice. UMD is exceptionally valuable because I want to get those heal scrolls off as early as possible, and I want to be able to raise people as early as possible. I haven't invested any points in use magic device, maybe 1 or 2, but that's it. And it also has extra spell points. So I've been going through spell points more than I normally would at this level range. So now I have the newer version of Fanion. I showed the older version in a previous video, and so the difference is this is level 14 versus the old version is 12. Old version is not available anymore. A couple years ago, they updated those shields and put slots on them, raised the minimum level by 2. They have Sapphire Natural Armor in the purple slot. No arcane spell failure, beautiful caster shield, awesome for warlocks, really any caster. Arch Magi, Greater False Life. The bonus spell points that you get from the green steel do stack. Not the wizardry doesn't, but the elemental spell power and the greater elemental spell power is over and above like what you would get from wizardry or arch magi and greater false life. And then on the weapon, I've got Insightful Radiance 47, Radiance 94, Meteoric Star Ruby, and there's just for fun. And that's it. Well, I don't think there's anything else I want to mention in the intro, so let's get to the quest. Reaper 5. Anybody need a blur, GH, any kind of buff? This is going to be painful. I don't have FOM, so I'm just not going to use it. If you got Yugo pots, now might be a good time. It was nice knowing you. Air elementals? Yes, thank you. So welcome to this video where we're doing Reaper 5 Lords of Dust, and Smash Bang here is 3 sheets to the win. Ferris a little squishy, so it's not sure why I went up and aggroed everything. I thought that would be a good idea. That was probably pretty dumb. It's just because it's what I normally do. Yeah, that did work out well. We got lucky that there weren't any Reapers and Champions. Wouldn't have been the first dumb thing I did tonight. Remember the spiders? We were doing a Sleeping Dust Lie earlier, and after we got the book, I forgot, and the first group of spiders we came across, I bursted them and killed 2 of them right away, but we pulled it together. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta turn on Colors of the Queen. I've had it off since Sleeping Dust. We don't have anybody here that can do the altars, do we? That's fine. We'll shatter it. Just got done doing Veil, and we did Reaper 4, Rainbow in the Dark, and that was tons of fun. This is had a lot of death, so we did Reaper 3, Running with the Devils, and Coal Chamber, and then we did Reaper 1, Rit Sack, because we didn't want Paytas to die at the end. and I think we did Reaper 2 or 3, Sleeping Dust. What you guys doing back there? Are you guys lagging, or is it my recorder? Yeah, I think that's this new recording codec I'm using. Whoa! Simmer down now. Maybe he's 4 sheets to the wind. Couldn't resist a 5 skull LOD, huh? You know, I haven't noticed mobs getting blinded at all. Supposed to have a chance to blind them with that. I haven't noticed a single mob tonight getting blinded. Oh, were there? Okay. I just wasn't paying attention. Oh, there's one right now. These Reaper quests, you know, when you have a full group, it just makes such a giant difference. Compared to like if we were trying to do this with 2 people. It's really, and that's why I've been doing group videos, because it's really, this stuff isn't really good to solo. I mean, you could do lower skulls. I can, I can do lower skulls, but I'm really, doing mostly like 3-4 with a group, and having a lot of fun. I'm just really digging this Reaper stuff. It's just, when we did Rainbow, it reminded me of the first time I ever did it when I was a noob and on Elite, my squishy wizard back in the day, and it was just, lots of deaths, but lots of fun. It was a good challenge. There wasn't so many deaths and so much challenge that it was miserable. I just had a blast hanging out with my guildies, working as a group, and we don't have a healer, but we're all throwing each other heal scrolls. Maybe Ferris can throw some regenerates. She's got some healing power on the druid. I don't know if she's really spec'd for healing, but she's been helping out. Meredith is going to be painful. I think she's going to throw some disintegrates. It's going to be pretty hurty. Fear Reaper. Moss. Nice back-to-back tentacles. That is perfect. She didn't even have a chance. Guess might as well use it. Ooh, that was painful. Ooh, Trapper. Nice. can't wait to see how the boss hits.
You? I'm gonna get one shot out of melee. That'll be funny though.
Reaper.
Reaper.
Well, so far this is not as hard as Reaper 4 Rainbow. Let's heal up before we go to the next room, please. Look at this. I'm doing a video so you guys aren't dying. I should tell you I'm doing a video every time. That way you'll be more careful.
For everyone. Reaper.
Stats on that are terrible compared to like the new height armor.
Any mythics though?
I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and try and... Can't wait to see how much XP we get for this. You're gonna go shrine, Mickey? There's a long dialogue here, so I'm just gonna... Ooh, maybe I won't get things started.
I was about to get a track when you did that, but let's pretend it didn't. Okay. We're doing so well. And then we had it incapacitated first. You forgot to put it in fire, actually. Or for either. It's not my fault.
Long death timer on R5. There's a collectible there as soon as you go through that doorway. think we need a rock and roll, Mickey.
I don't have it set up.
What?
My computer, Windows 10, it updates itself whenever it feels like it. So it's not updates all the time. Very,
Shame.
no. Nice user.
Now my video is gonna get flagged for copyright infringement.
Yeah. You just gotta, fight them, if you will. I do not own any of the music you like. Yeah. And you'll be good.
Oh, no, Mon doesn't like tentacles. Would love some vigor action, Ferris, if you can afford it.
Now for the fun part. Switch stances here today.
Stanch, thank you.
What the hell was reading this?
Shining through, no sweat. That was awesome, guys. 1900. Hell yeah. Oh my god. 2692. And that's a 50% pot you got going?
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
badass. Well, thanks for watching. Reaver 5, Lords of Dust Madness.
Love it.
If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. If you have questions about my build, you can respond in the Druid or the Warlock forum in my post. And if you're on Sarlona, you're welcome to send me a tell.
Oh, Mickey, did you